one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. If this is your first time on my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning selves, my growing extended beautiful family, just allowing yourself to be open to receive all that it is receive. Trust and believe me, you're gonna have so many beautiful benefits coming towards you in ways you didn't even see coming. So keep allowing yourself to be open and go with the flow. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Um, if you are comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting to you, give you good vibes, or informative to you to where you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and need spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites as well. The channel I'm using is called Simply Hypnotic. The video meditation I'm using is called Happiness Vibes. Feel great, stop negative self talk, and boost positivity. And I'll post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101, Heyokas Heart, Crown, and Third Eye Chakra under under construction. And it is so true. Going all through these. Oh, where am I pen at? Oh wow. Going all through these different changes with these like 5 or 6 retrogrades, planets going through retrograde at the same time. Was it Neptune, Jupiter? It was like Neptune, Jupiter, and Saturn. I don't know, but it was like what's that? Virgo, got dog. Uh, Taurus, Vertigo, and Capricorn was all going through it, and it is allowing all these things to come up to where I know I've been really tired lately. I've been really, very lethargic. Like yesterday, I was with my granddaughter, and I was like, I've been posting up my routine for me to have a better, better routine throughout the day, and being able to set myself for that. And then it was just like with her, she's like a very powerful empath, and she's like an old soul. She's like 2 years old, and you swear up and down you're talking to a 23-year-old at times. Because it's like with her, she was just draining me just because it's like her power and my power like clashing earlier. And I was like, maybe after she leaves, I can do some videos. I'm like, no, I rested. I did, my workout and stuff like that while she was asleep. And then went ahead and fed her when she woke up, and then came right back and went on my workout again. And then all of a sudden I'm making more videos while I'm still up, because I said, oh, I'm gonna go get some sleep, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do some videos. I said, no, me, no, because I said I'm trying to keep into my routine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do them now while I'm up and awake, and my vibe is still, potent like that. It's like the last few times I try to make videos, it's like I'm glad it's okay to where the point it's not messing with my signal. Because the last time, I was apologizing to y'all about the quality, because it was like a lot of it would like freeze up or something like that, or it would get disconnected and would come right back. And I knew my energy, it was like I wanted to get it, the videos done, because that's why I was very in tune with the universe and source. So I wanted to go ahead and let me turn that down a little bit, because I know that can be distracting. um Sorry about that, yeah. um Going through all those different things, I said, it's allowing me to really, take that time out for myself. Right now you're probably in a lot of solitude, even though you may want to be around people. There's things that's going on where you have to have that deeper connection with yourself. Just like I was telling the last video, talk about having a deeper connection with yourself, having a better relationship with yourself. It is just like now we're at that season where there's a lot of people that may be around you that are pulling like cloaks around you. It may be like supportive, they call it supportive haters, or there's like people that have ran its course into your life, and all of a sudden you start feeling like a shift. Like, they were good at one point, but then all of a sudden you feel like something's not right. And it's like, if it's allowing you to know that either that person is not good for you, don't have any good intentions, like they may be acting supportive towards you, but they're trying to sabotage you at the same time. Or, excuse me, y'all, or their connection with you has ran its course, so it's time for you to part ways. If you're feeling apprehensive, or you have to watch what you're saying in front of people, those are not the type of people you don't really need to be around. If you have to sit up here and fake the funk in front of somebody, number one, you shouldn't have to fake the funk around anybody either. If it's people that you know that you shouldn't be dealing with, don't deal with them. Or if it's people that you know that's in your karmic cycle of connection, allow yourself to be as little communicating, the limited communicating as possible. But it's just like now there's more headaches, or it can catch you like, your vibe is off. Like somebody could be talking to you. You're like, hey, are you here with me? Like, not for that minute. It was not like you're not in tune with what they're saying, but it's like you got so much going on in your head where you're getting a lot of downloads. I've been getting a lot of pressure, especially if I talk to other empaths and they're going through the same thing. Sometimes I can't talk to them too long because it's like it's clashing with me. And a lot of people that are coming connection with me, and they're just trying to find their path. I always tell people your energy is all over the place because you're trying to find your tribe. You're trying to find where you're comfortable. And it's like we weren't here to fit in, but when we're connecting, we're trying to find our deeper understanding, trying to understand our path of purpose. Your energy is all out of whack, and you're trying to become balanced. So a lot of times I gotta just even put on a shield just to answer your questions, because your energy is even speaking through your words. People think even when you're empaths, and they could be empaths and they don't mean good intentions by you, their vibes can even be shown through your text messages, especially if there's some type of people that you used to conversate with a lot, and then all of a sudden they start switching up and trying to make excuses about talking to you on the phone because they already know who you are and know what you're about. But they fail to realize we're going to feel it regardless. Even through text messages, it's regardless. You can't cloak anything before. There may have been people that can be able to pull that wool off your eyes, just like your veils are. When I say dissolving, they're dissolving like crazy. Like all pores are just open. It's just like, like if you scrub yourself down in a hot shower. There was a lot of times, like when I was growing up, my mom always told me, make sure you get up at least about 2 hours early, maybe an hour and 45 minutes or whatever. When you're taking a nice shower, especially a hot one. I'm like one of the ones where I'll get, like, even with my tub water, it's funny because I'll get in there where when you're sitting in it, you got to tip in it, or when your butt hits it, you got to jerk back up or it start itching because you're like, God, dog, that's hot. But my mom's like, you're cooking yourself. I'm like, no, I always like hot baths like that and hot showers. Um, but it is just like all those your pores are open, so they always tell you, hey, wait 30 45 minutes or at least an hour before you go out in the weather, especially if it's like bad weather or very cold. You have to wait until your pores close back up before you go in, go out in the world like that, especially with everything going on right now. you know um it's just, to me, I see a lot more now. It's just like communicating with the dead has been all time high, right? Like lately, being able to see my strength within itself, being able to help other people, because it's like, I get frustrated, like, dag, I want to make like 4 or 5 or even eight to 12 videos like I used to. And it's like, no, you had to go towards that certain extent when you needed to put more content out. Now you're at that point where if you need to take a break, there's a lot more content out there that people are just now starting to connect with you. They have more to look at. Even the people that have been with me, they, for a while, they still got some that they haven't touched base with, that they're starting to come in. It's like people that connect with me strongly and stayed in touch with me on the daily, like, Roslynn, I can open up my YouTube and bow you right there. And I was just like, I always wonder why universe was so hard on me doing these Heyoka videos, because it's like they told me, even when they were preparing me for me to take this purpose or decide for me to do what I'm doing right now, there's going to be a lot of people They're trying to understand what they're going through. There's a lot of people, there are people are clashing with them or rubbing them, they're rubbing people the wrong way. They're steady being the fingers just being pointed at you because people are saying you're toxic, or people are saying, you're this or that. They're not saying a lot of pleasant things about you because your aura is strong, and it triggers a lot of insecurity, a lot of insecurities towards a person, unprocessed wounds, things that they need to face, and with everything that's going on right now in the world, we see a lot of chaos that's going around, but we're also seeing a lot of good. And just like I was saying in the last video, I noticed I forgot to say that because it's like my energy is up there, but I'm starting to get sleepy at the same time. So I apologize about that if it seems like I'm jumping from subject to subject. It's an ADD thing. ADD thing with me. It's like God and universe are like hand in hand. And that's why I meant to say it last time when I said that, because devil will use your blessings and will do place things in your path to try to block you, try to make you walk away, try to make you give up, take your own self out if it needs to be, having, people that you love and truly adore most turn their back on you, abandon you, neglect you, lashing out at you. But universe will use it as the same thing as saying, even though all these things are happening for you, don't think you're going through this by yourself. We're supporting you, we're strengthening you. All the things you're going through is going to make you so powerful, because when you get where you're at in your milestone, to where we're still learning. We're still, even when you get where you want to be, you're still learning, you're still growing, you're still adapting to a lot of different things that you have not discovered yet, even with you being a spiritual being before you even got here. This is something that hasn't even, the spiritual being has not touched base with that, because you're cutting cords that has been passed on from lineages, and it needed all type of spiritual reinforcements to help you cut these cords to do that. So you're dealing with a lot of deep wounds, not just from yourself, but just from your past life, not just from your past lives, from everything that's been passed down to you. It is coming at you heavy. And they keep on reminding you of, even though when old wounds resurface, it's just reminding you, hey, remember when this happened? Remember how you thought that you weren't going to get over this some way, shape, form, or fashion. You end up getting through this. You end up healing from that, things that you never thought you would. So it's just like lately, you're probably getting a lot of upgrades, downloads. You're dazing off. You may have a point of euphoria, nostalgia. It's like lately you've been probably heavy in your emotions. I've been watching, what was it? AMR scary stories. I love, like, people that know me, I always love my short horror animations, but I also like the ones that's like my diary or my animated story. I mean, it can be something so beautiful, or a lot of things that's relating to the things I go through, which is like, it brings up a lot of, emotions. Um, just being able to know somebody else's story can connect with mine. So it's bringing a lot of emotions up. Oh my God, dog. And I hear my dad in my ear, oh, you're such a crybaby. I'm like, leave me alone. So I'm trying to process this and make me mad because I don't want to cry. Y'all probably seen me a lot of times where I cry and I'm like, be looking up like, oh, I don't want to cry, I don't want to do that. But it's like universe wants me to be very vulnerable with you. I have to be realer than real, not just seeing my good times, but being able to take me with my bad, you know, that's letting you know I'm being vulnerable, allowing myself to be, people, I'm in my season, I'm becoming seasoned. So I have to be able to do that. I don't want to push out anything toxic towards anybody, because I say at times, I've gone through a lot of things. I'm still dealing with a lot of things. I'm having to get closure without total closure in my life, allowing myself to walk away even when I don't have an explanation or even an apology, and then when it's dealing with family and family, dealing with it for some very jacked up reasons, that's a lot for a person to deal with, especially if you have never grieved over anything. And there's people that know my story, know the depths of my story, and they appreciate that. And it allows me to know, even though when I've gone through that, y'all have touched my life in such a beautiful way. When y'all send me these text messages and emails and messages of messages, it reminds me of, what my purpose stands for. my strength, how I can relate to other people, being able to allow them to know there's a lot of people that can relate to the things that you've gone through. Even when you've told people you were okay, as soon as you got by yourself, you probably cried, bawled out. There's days I've done that. I look at my dad's pictures and cry a lot, or like with everything going on with everything under construction. It's like my crown have been getting heavy vibrations. Even when the vibrations are so high, it shakes my bed at times, or I can be standing somewhere and it feels like I'm having an earthquake within my own earthquake. So it is getting very powerful. It's always been there, but allowing myself to have that deep connection of understanding my power, not second guessing it. Even though there's things around me, it's been becoming very tiring to me because I've been going through it for so long. But then it was like me trying to get that inner attachment, because it always made me scared. Like, be careful of what you talk about on your videos. Allow yourself to be careful of what you speak amongst others. You never know what somebody's intentions is about you. Just because you have no evil intent or wrong intent doesn't mean that's not going to be their intent. So now I'm just within myself and my covering, yeah, you be very mindful about what you put out there, but don't fear anything. You shouldn't fear. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen for a reason. And if it happens for a reason and you made it to see it the next day, it's going to teach you a valuable lesson that you had to pay attention to. But don't allow yourself to be very timid on what you speak about. You can still speak your truth without totally voicing out your whole truth, because there's a lot of things that people don't need to know about you. There's a lot of things that people don't need to know or understand about you. People don't understand, people don't get you. It wasn't meant for them in the first place. This is your road, this is your experience, this is your life, this is your journey. Long as you are allowed yourself to be like, okay, there's nothing to fear, because regardless of what's taking place, what you're manifesting, what you're going for, as long as you're not pushing it out and kind of like egotistical, you know, vibes or something like that, or just like na 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 type thing, you know, um, you don't have to worry about anything, because doors are going to open that no man can't shut anyway. As long as you're being very humble. I'm very humble. It took me a long time to be very humble. A lot of times when people thought I was talking about a lot of things, it was just to brag about it. But it's just like, if you're in my case, you trying to tell me you wouldn't do the same thing. And it's not like about bragging, but if you're adopted, and you just to be able to know who your family is, it's a beautiful thing. Anybody who's been adopted, you always had that longing to understand yourself, even if it's something that may upset you. At least you have that understanding about where your background is, what runs in the family. Who does your looks come from? Who does your actions come from? What kind of habits you picked up? Is anybody that these habits were picked off of? All those different things. And with mine, and being with what situation I'm in, I had to be very careful about the things that I talk about. I used to be very open about it because I felt like I had to prove myself. And it's just like, you know what? If you're going to be there for me, you're going to be there for me. If you understand my message, that message was for you. If you're going to have my back, have my back. That's fine. If you're not going to have my back, don't have my back. That's fine too. You don't want to support me. That's okay. I support myself. If you don't believe in me, I can believe in me. And that's how you had to be. It's just like when all these things are going around, your third eye is picking up on a lot of things, but you're seeing everything from fresh pair of eyes. It's like I said in my videos a couple of days ago, it's like you've been blind for this whole time. And then it's just like you got eye surgery, and all of a sudden you're starting to appreciate everything you see. Because a lot of times we took for granted for a lot of things that can just be wiped out of our lives in a minute. We complain about what we don't have, what we wish we should have had, or we could have had this if we made this decision, or we could have had that if somebody didn't stop us. Everything happened for a reason, because whatever is yours is going to still be yours. it's already claimed, but it's just like universe wants you to have that same confidence. They want you to have that same confidence in yourself that they have in you. They seen what you're capable of doing. They seen what you were able to overcome. They see what you were able to achieve, allowing yourself to go towards the fullest. Like, I've been tired, and I know they put me in certain situations like, oh, so I'll go ahead and work out tomorrow. I already worked out earlier today because I saw I'm tired from when I had my granddaughter. They were like, no. I went ahead and slept for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then I got up and kept moving. You keep on, the universe, keep whispering that in your ear when you want to quit and you don't have that energy. All you have to do is, you know, ask for that assistance, even though they're going to give it to you or whatever, because they want you to get the things that you've been asking for. They want you to be able to open doors to things you don't manifest, or shoot, open doors towards something that you didn't even expect on opening. Doors are opening for you right now that you didn't knock on. Things are just coming up into your path that abundance is coming from all directions. And even at times when you're going through the heaviest things, it could be the littlest things that's coming to your into your into your territory. So it's just like heart chakras. You're more overly sensitive than anything. Even when it's like when I hear certain things that I used to do, and now I'm finally understanding why it happened. All of a sudden, I have a lot of emotions, or when it just for me being grateful about everything that's taking place, even when I'm not where I'm at. I don't talk. When I say I've learned so much, and as soon as I said that, all of a sudden I got chills. Yeah, and you'll have a lot of chills, like cold chills. Like today, I felt like my whole body was on fire, like everything was hot, like I was drenched around in sweat, hot. To the point where I was just like, it's hotter than fish grease out here, hotter than Satan's toenails, hotter than hot. Hot was working on hot's nerve. It was that bad, So going through all those different things, is healing in a very profound way for you right now. Your heart, at times, it can go through palpitations, or it can feel like it's cracking. Like that means it's breaking you away from that old. You're starting to appreciate everything. You're becoming more aware of what to be aware of. Being more open-minded and recognizing what you're not open-minded on. All these things are showing you for a powerful purpose. It's like even when I can feel my energy is very calming right now. I feel like I'm at one of the MSR video, whatever the things are, MSMR, whatever it is. Wait a minute, AMSR. Yeah, that type videos. It's very calming. And a lot of times y'all see me laid back, acting a fool at times. I want to be able to bring funny, want to be able to be, bring a little hee hee ha ha, but also be serious at the same time. That's what Heyokas do. We say things shock value, but it makes a lot of sense. A lot of times we feel like we've been beating up ourselves for so long, or we've been so unfair to ourselves. We've been giving more love towards the outside than we were towards the inside, trying to desperately heal people because we haven't been healing in a certain part. So we felt like we were justified to jump in somebody else's life and do that. You can only plant that seed for them. You can't heal anyone. They have to be able to do that themselves. It's just like with you, we feel like, oh, they want you to be able to do that now, you can't get to that happy until you start instilling that into yourself. So it's like a lot of things you're starting to become more aware of, having a deeper understanding. It's just for me, when I finally get what I'm going through, even though I got it, it's like I'm becoming in tune with in my awareness. And that's so beautiful. And I think I'm just going to end up being a video, being coming more in tune with your awareness. um Going through all that, and it's just like, if you've been with me for a while, you're like, Roslynn, what the heck is going on? I used to talk like this when I used to smoke weed, and this is just like a natural high. It's like a shaman Reiki type vibe, and it's just like so powerful and beautiful to me. And just being able to share that with people. We're all going through rough times, and there's times you want to walk away. There's times you want to just say, hell, we're opening that door. I'm just ready to walk away because I'm tired. Universe know you spiritually drained. you know they know that at times you feel spiritually broken. Your energy is not what it used to be. You're becoming more tired than you used to be, but you have to understand, you are allowing yourself to be open towards healing. And a lot of things are purging from your system, which is going to take a lot of energy to do. And it's like, even when you don't feel like yourself to even want to get out the bed in the morning, allow yourself to pray on that. I'm a religious person, but I pray as much as I possibly can, especially with all the things I got going on. I need to, if I'm going to allow myself to be at peace, because there's a war zone going around you. There's a war zone that's trying to make you step in a battle that is no longer yours anymore. So, because they see how close your manifestations are, they see that doors are already opening for you. They're just waiting, you're just waiting for them to tell you to step in. And these are things, when you come through that door, whatever God and universe is blessing you with, for all the trouble you've gone through, it's gonna bring you to your knees, and you're gonna have a deeper understanding on why things had to be like that towards you. Why, you had people abandon you. Why did you feel by yourself even when you weren't by yourself? Why you were fighting your own demons and you wanted to walk away, but even though your soul wouldn't allow you to do that, you're going to have so many understandings. And when I say, when I sit here and I tell the universe, thank you, even through my hardship, the people that I help, it gives me more of an understanding why I'm going through what I'm going through, have an understanding about the questions that I ask. If they're sending it to me and I'm not quite understanding it, they'll send somebody towards my way and they'll ask me a certain thing, and then I'm like, thank you for that. I'll be in tears just saying thank you, because it's just like, you have dealt with so much. You're healing in ways that you never seen it was going to happen that way for you. You're having more confidence in yourself. You're not second guessing yourself. You're not in, you're trying to allow yourself to guide towards blessings and happiness of memories, instead of worrying about what has hurt you, what has triggered you, what has broke you down, what has tried to mold you out to be. Everything happened just to be able to know, regardless of all these things taking place in my life, this is not going to break me. This is not going to keep me in a vibe of stagnation, or even in a phase of my transformation, uh, slowing down or blocking me. I get the whole gist of what's going on. I may not know what tomorrow brings, but I'm just like, give it what you got. That's all you can do. I can't sit up here. I used to say, oh, let me not have a stressful day. Then I get mad because I had a stressful day. And it's like, God ain't listening to me. He's like, no, it's not the fact that he's going to give you, a non-stressful day. How would you ever learn if you don't never go through those rough times? You can't appreciate the good if you ain't never went through the bad. You can't go through a time where blessings come in so much where you didn't know the experience of suffering. Like, if you went from nickel and diamond, having to rearrange stuff to try to pay things off, especially when it's right, what going on right now. There's a lot of people that are financially strained. They got blessed with that stimulus check, but that stimulus check done came and gone, and now they're still trying to find out how they're going to do with the bills. But somehow, in some kind of way, things are coming. Or even if you might be in that stagnant point right now, you could be going around the next corner, and it's going to bring something towards your life that is going to be able to enrich you in so many different ways. So it's just like, you going through all those things. They tell you, even through your bad days, be grateful for those bad days, because it's like so many good ones is coming to, you know, get you over that. You don't have to tell myself that, because it's like, I said, oh, God must have something good for me, all the hell I'm going through. And it just reflects on what I do. It reflects on my character, about how I push myself out. There'll be people that be coming at me sideways about different things. And I'm like, that's okay, because a lot of times it used to hurt me when people would come out there. I'm like, why are they coming? If they don't believe me, why are they even here? They didn't even have to say anything, because there's times I'll see stuff, videos on. I'm just like, before I even leave a negative comment, let me just not allow myself just to watch it anymore, because you don't know what that person been through. You don't know what kind of day they were having when they did this, or why do they do things they do. If you're going to give them some constructive criticism, then do that, but don't come out passive aggressive on somebody. So I had to allow myself to really do that, and just really see what's going on. So now it's just like with my crown, I can appreciate that, because it's showing me lifelong lessons from a deeper point of view, or from a different point of view and a deeper point of view. My heart is breaking away from the old mold of all that that hurt and pain, that anguish that is going around. My heart don't feel heavy, and my third eye is allowing me to see all things that was unseen before. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to go take me a nap. So I might not, do any more videos later on today. So it just depends on how my energy is. If I feel it, I'm gonna go ahead. If not, y'all most likely hear from me tomorrow. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Michael Diego Foreman, Russell Fultz, Whitney 7400 Mel, and Laura Rochelle Tobias. If I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. I'm sleepy. So, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop me a line, share the video, tell somebody about the channel. They may find something that's interesting. Um, if you want to get in touch with me, on you can find me on Facebook Messenger up under my name. Just let me know you connect with me here or you've been watching my videos and what your inquiries are. I'm only here for networking. I'm not trying to get to know nobody on no relationship level. No, I'm single, but I ain't trying to mingle. So let it be about I'm only doing this for networking and helping people have a deeper understanding about their situation, of their purpose and in their life. Um, so whatever we speak on is confidential. You don't have to worry about it. So if I don't have the answer, I will find the answers to help you guide you towards that way. Good weekend. Be safe and responsible. Everything you do, know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest in your life comes 100 million times more than what you asked for, expected, or even prayed for. And the same with getting it as well. So even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity words, vibes, frequencies. You never know where that can take somebody a long way. And I love y'all. Thanks for the support is continued. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.